Alright, I just recorded and tried to upload, but YouTube is not letting me upload a video that was like 20 seconds long. It was about a minor gripe I have about YouTube, but now I have to upload a not funny video about the fact that, right, it's a little bit late, but like not like time to go to sleep late. And I went all the way downstairs and got a single container of yogurt and came back upstairs and went to my room and was about to eat it. And then my mother came in and decided that she wanted to take the spoon I have and tell me that I can't eat yogurt because she doesn't want me to. And I tried talking to her about it, and she just stormed out of the room. And she was just so petty about the fact that she thinks that I shouldn't eat yogurt. Like, it's just yogurt. I was just gonna eat yogurt. And she decided she wanted to take the spoon that I had and then run off with it and just not talk to me. She won't talk to me. She raised her voice at me and told me to stop yelling at her after I didn't raise my voice at her, and she did. I'm afraid my father's gonna wake up and gonna come in here and yell at me for her being mad at me. Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He always assumes that she's right, even though he knows that she's always... No, I'm not saying she's always wrong. I'm saying a lot of the time she's the one that starts the argument, and a lot of the time she's the one that keeps it going. And I just wanted to eat yogurt, and now I'm eating it. And I wonder why she got so fussy. It's just yogurt. Like, I had a bit of congestion over the past, like, week. And so she went to get me, like, some cough syrup. And she came in here, and instead of just giving it to me, she decided she would need to take everything that I had on my little table that I had next to my bed. She decided she wanted to take all of it. All of it. She just wanted to take all of it, including the spoon that I had on top of my container of yogurt, ready to eat the yogurt, but not the container of yogurt itself, which was taking up the surface area of the table. Which just seems kind of, like, really petty. Like, if you have, like, a book on a table, and, like, you have, like, a little thing, like, something sitting on the book that's smaller than the book, and then you want to make room on the table, you're gonna take the book, not the thing sitting on top of it. Like, I don't understand what her logic was, and I don't understand why she has to be so petty about it. Like, I just wanted yogurt. It's really good yogurt. Blueberry. I think? Yeah, blueberry. No. Cherry. I honestly can't tell. I'm just too I'm too... I got my... No, it is cherry. No, I think about it. I just got my berries mixed up. Are cherries... I remember seeing somewhere that cherries technically aren't berries, but I don't know. They're not cherry berries. That pretty big pits, and I don't think most berries have pits. Like, blackberries and raspberries have, like, tiny little seeds in them, and strawberries have seeds on the outside, but I don't know. Yeah, I just need to get that out of me, because my father's asleep, and if I woke him up, he'd be mad at me. And my mother's the one who's mad at me in the first place. So I don't have anyone else to talk to. I don't have anyone else to tell this to. So I just have to talk to her online, see how people feel. Hopefully someone cares. Hopefully someone somewhere is nice to me. And I don't want to seem like I'm super depressed or anything. Just sometimes I can get kind of upset, but then whenever my parents take me to, like, a therapist, my parents take me to a therapist, and then they say all these things. Like, since I'm autistic, my parents do all the talking for me. And since my parents do all the talking for me, they get to say what's happening to me. And like a lot of it's okay. A lot of the stuff they don't share is stuff that I wouldn't share. But all of the stuff they do share is presented in a way that makes them seem right. Like, my father seems to think, whenever I go to a therapist, my father always says that me and my mother always start arguments with each other, but like, no, she just says something that's blatantly wrong. I try to correct her about it, and then she gets mad at me for trying to help. Like, that's how it goes a lot of the time. And some of the time, she just gets mad at me. Like a lot of the arguments that I start are caused from her doing something to make me mad. Like, I think I already told one video about like a few examples of that. Like, well, not one video. This happens a lot. It's been a while and she still hasn't come back and apologized. It's been like, it's recording for 6 minutes, so probably about 8 minutes. And it's a long time. She probably just went to sleep and doesn't feel like talking to me, and she'll be mad at me in the morning. I don't know. The vent in my room just turned on. I just went. I can't make the noise, but it makes like that sort of whispery sound. That sort of whispery, like sharp. That sound that sounds like there's someone in your room. That sound that makes sometimes. Yeah. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. It's been like 9 minutes, and she hasn't apologized. I haven't heard her move. I think she's just asleep. And I think that if I want her to stop being mad at me. Okay, now our ice maker is making that really loud shrieking sound it makes sometimes. I hate how so many of the sounds in this house sound so much like people, and also sound so much like each other, but come from completely different spots in the house. Anyways, I bet when I wake up, she'll be expecting an apology for something she did, because I got mad at her after she raised her voice at me after she stole something from me. Not stole, it's her spoon, quote unquote, but like I just got a spoon from the drawer and went all the way downstairs, all the way into the fridge we have down there where she keeps stuff that she doesn't want upstairs so I don't eat it too much. I have a bit of an eating disorder. Something that they don't like helping with. I think I've already talked about before, but they don't. My mother's the one who prepares all the fruits and vegetables I eat, and she has decided to put a limit of 1 serving of fruit and vegetables per day instead of the 3 that you're supposed to have every meal, which, well, it's like a big serving, so it's probably like 5 normal servings, but that's still only half the amount that you're supposed to have. So I'm being malnourished, and she seems to think that I'm eating too many fruits and vegetables. So I don't know. She's the type of person. This is something I brought up at the therapist office the other day. My father said that I was being a little bit harsher than he was in my phrasing, but he also said I was being a little bit more correct than he was. And it's that my mother is the type of person to. She's the type of person to not want to do anything, but also the type of person who thinks that she's the best at everything. So she doesn't want to do things, but she doesn't want other people to do them because she thinks she can do better than them. And so it's just an endless cycle of nothing ever getting done because she doesn't want to be the one to do them, but no one else is allowed to. And that's just all self-imposed rules that she puts on herself, and I don't know why. I don't know why my father thinks that, because that's just the way she is, and you shouldn't try to change it because her personality is incompatible with change, and I've just grown to accept that. Like, no, if someone has something that's so terrible that you just have to pretend that they're a good person, I don't think you should be with them. If you have to pretend someone's a good person in order to like them, then that means that they're not a good person. I don't get it. My parents know I have autism, and they know that I have trouble with these sorts of things, so I don't know why they don't think that they can help me. It's the type of thing that you should probably help an autistic kid with when it comes. Like, if someone's having trouble reading the signs of a situation, don't make them harder to read. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Kind of tired now. I've been talking for 11 minutes. Which means it's been like 14-ish minutes. I don't know how long it was. It's been at least 12 minutes, probably. It's been over 12 minutes since my mother got mad at me and stormed out of the room, and I haven't heard a sound from her. So either she died or she went to sleep. And honestly, if she's dead, I'll be sad, but it also means I won't have to deal with this anymore. Like, I would never want anything bad to happen to her. And obviously, if something bad does happen to her, I'll be like, so grieving. Like, I've never once wanted anything terrible to happen to them. But, like, I feel like if. I feel like if something bad happened to them, and if I didn't have to grieve, then at least for a little bit, I would be happier. Like, if something happened to them that I didn't have to grieve over, like if something happened to them and they went away and I was fine for like a little bit, that would probably be like a little bit of a self-esteem boost. And it might be like the whole like movie, like, oh, turns out I need them all along, but like, who knows? Maybe I'll just be self-sufficient and won't have to live in this repeating cycle over and over again every day for the rest of my life. Maybe they could just stay gone. But that's just me to think about, though. You can't just say, if only this person was gone, my life would be better. That's a terrible thing to say. And yeah, it might be true. I don't know. I spent all day laying in bed because it was the only way for me to relax. The moment I went into another room and my mother saw I was awake, she just slowly followed me all the way to my room, slowly followed me to everywhere I went. And it made it harder for me to relax. As soon as I got up and left my comfort zone, she just started following me. She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to, like, do anything. She was just following me. And I don't know why. It was like that one horror movie, I guess. Where, like, there's just the thing that slowly follows you no matter what, except instead of killing you, this one just stares at you for no reason and doesn't do anything bad or anything good. She just follows you and stares at you. By the way, speaking of that congestion, I haven't taken the cough syrup she brought me out, and it's gone. The congestion's, like, you probably heard a bit of a rattle, but like, it's better than it was. And that's after I ate the yogurt she said would make it worse. Now I got hiccups. Yeah, I don't know if she knew what she was talking about. I don't know why she made such a big fuss over a spoon. And now I gotta eat this cough syrup. Which this cough syrup isn't cough syrup, it's just like lemon juice and like honey. And she says you're not supposed to swallow it, you're supposed to let it drain into your throat, but like, you're not supposed, you can't hold your throat open like that. And also, I can't have it drain down my throat because that's where all the congestion is. And like, it's blocked. Also, I don't want to get honey in my windpipe because all the mucus is in your throat and in your lungs. And I don't want honey in my lungs. So this literally cannot help me. But she's gonna get mad at me if I don't eat it in the morning. Or by the morning. And she's gonna get mad at me if I pour it down the sink, because there's no way I'm getting honey down the sink. She put sugar in this stuff. And she said it's supposed to make it taste sweeter. But it also makes the texture really, really crunchy. And I don't think cough syrup's supposed to be crunchy because it's supposed to be a liquid. And it's like full of tiny grains of sugar, and you're supposed to let it slide down your throat, but then that leaves like a thick coating of tiny sugar grains. Because even if it made all the mucus go away, I'd have honey in my lungs, and I'd have like tiny bits of sugar in my throat, and those would both really hurt. And lemon in my lungs, which would hurt more. And I don't really understand. Yeah. It's been it's been a fun, I guess, 17 minutes, and I've got to go to bed. I'm in bed. I gotta go to sleep then. Good night.